Hi, I do get often a lot of mails or YouTube comments from viewers asking me how I start into getting into network software programming or kernel programming or device drivers, especially kernel network drivers and stuff. I always tell them that you have some sort of a real stuff, and of course, I mean, during that process they do also ask me what books I can refer, what things I can read, and stuff like that. And I often see that some in that crowd will also mention that I know about this OSS stack, I learned about socket programming, is it enough or something. uh, something on this topic I have covered various episodes, but this time I thought of sharing something. I did of course shared this in my WhatsApp. As you can see there, this is my students home lab setup. You can see there, let me little zoom in. Okay, so I have given him a small list, and of course he's doing one task after another task with this tiny home lab setup. So he can do various scenarios like bridging, routing, and let it be packet filtering and various other things. Okay, as the time goes on, and of course he can also start. I can also drive him getting into some kernel investigation and stuff with some sort of a setup. See, that's why I'm saying the books and the theories you learn, it really doesn't make sense when it especially comes to networking. Okay, any donkey will study and they do coding. What is the thing is, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of devotion and dedication if you do the things in the reality and you learn from that. The thing is, 90% of the times something will not work, and something you may find it you have done the setup and it is not working. It may be down to some cable getting loose, or you have connected something wrong and stuff like that, and this takes lot of practice for you to address. So this, as you debug, you will know that packet flows, you will get this learning curve, and you will apply when you do the kernel coding as well. So which is what, when it comes to network socket programming, network programming, all that, it's really not that books and all that bullshit is important. What it is more required is, bend your ass, get yourself some sort of a home lab setup. Don't expect your company to provide you everything. Okay, sometimes I do see that guys who work in some already some embedded or system software programming, they are already working in network stuff in their office. Include some of my students, they want to learn some more advanced stuff and things like that. I always suggest them, have a small home lab setup. Okay, don't expect everything office to be given and nurture you and get it yourself trained. Okay, because this is something you are doing for yourself. It is for your fulfillment, your career goals or ambitions, whatever it is you do for yourself. There's a difference between guys who talk nonsense and read nonsense versus guys who do the real stuff. And I felt this is something I have to share, because you can see right next to his bed he have done the setup with whatever things available at home. Of course he don't have any rack, he don't have any sort of professional gear, but you put bunch of more stuff, he can do lot of things. He's just started to learn various things, but at least he's come to an extent where certain things is fine in terms of understanding the basics. And when I say something, he is able to kind of understand and a little bit coping up. And as in that process he learned there are certain simpler things. It took several days to get it up and working, and now he thinks back, he feels it is really simple. It just it's a very trivial setup, but it took several days for him to figure out. And I have not much helped him recently. Okay, I told him deliberately I am delaying his sessions for 15 days or something. I want him to get this setup, read online, do anything, and do whatever the work I have given. Bend your ass, just do whatever I have given, and then any support you want, we exchange in chat, but not a live session. So I don't want to help him. I want to sort of drive him like a manager of a company, so that I can test his way of learning, how far he can go. Okay, once in a while we do consolidate the things in the sessions, and I clarify whatever he accomplished, but he may have some questions, but I kind of clarify in that session. So this way, you see, this is how you approach when it comes to gaining any expertise in networking. This is why I am saying often I see the issue with developers is they are really lazy as, I mean, you compare with sysadmins, they do CCNA, they get hands on when they work in real stuff, they do the real stuff, they work with the real infrastructure. Okay, so they do that real stuff and they know what they are doing. When it comes to this dumb programmers, they don't do first is a physical setup, have a proper physical setup. Don't sit with your useless socket programming. It's just a user space software development. It is not anything huge or great you learnt. Okay, it's just a basic user space development, and you are nowhere qualified enough even to call as an expert in network programming. I am saying one thing is, as you are a beginner, you think the layers of whatever that OSI standards is big and all, it's all just BS. Okay, it's just a very trivial thing. The most important thing is, as you go deeper and deeper, there are over 1 million things you can learn and you can explore. Even a person like me, every month almost I learn something new, and even recently I did something very new to my client which I never did before. Okay, I can't show my setup because it's lot more private, IP and several things are involved. I can't show what I have, but I'm saying this is what it takes. There's a difference between guys who talk and guys also who read all these theories versus guys who do the real stuff. And the industry will always appreciate the guys who have the real hands on. If I ever recruit a network guy, my one round in interview is no more asking any BS questions. I will ask him to do some real stuff, set it up, get something done, or even if it is about coding round or C programming round, I don't want to ask any of this BS questions, how you do, what this, it happens in C, and none of that BS. I will give him a system, give him an internet, ask something to do, let him refer, copy, do whatever, search in internet. I am fine with that. I want him to do the real stuff. This is the only round I am going to give when it comes to coding. So same thing when it comes to networking. I will give him some infrastructure. I'll ask him to do the real setup. None of that BS questions, why this is that, why that is that. No, all I need is a guy who is capable of, and a guy who is experienced, whether it is self-learned or he worked in somewhere and got the experience, it doesn't matter. Okay, same way he also have really good hands-on. So these two are my selection criteria if I ever do something like that. But I'm saying, if you want to really be an expert, okay, not just something you studied some things in the books and stories and all that. Okay, nobody wants your stories. People need the real expertise in the industry. If you have something like that, it really shows up when you present, when you talk something, you talk very, very clear. I still remember when I was working in a company, there was an argument with a test manager. I just told him to shut. I just told him, you are a manager, fine, you are into some testing, fine, you are not a networking expert. I have done CCNA, I am into network software programming. When I say this is how it works. Okay, just if you don't believe me, go somewhere and learn. I don't care, but I am confident this is how it learns. So that is the grip I had. I don't need to worry, he is a senior and all that. I can know that he is talking BS and I need to cut it. I told some bunch of times, mildly it didn't enter into him. I need to make it very clear that what you are talking is BS. One thing is, either you take my inputs and don't argue with me. Okay, this is what it is. I know what I am saying. If you don't know, just go and read somewhere, experiment yourself and learn and come. I have done my homework. I am an expert in this. That's it. Okay, so I am talking not now. I am talking when I started my career. I am hardly something like 24 years or something, and the manager who I am talking is around 32 or something. So even with such a senior guy, I can able to speak with my hands on, and I have confidence on how the things work, because I have done the setup, I have done the real setup, I have seen it over a million times. So that really shows up. Okay, see the packets, learn from Wireshark what happens inside the system. Okay, don't sit with some useless books from this source, another material from that source. That's not the way you start. Okay, perhaps initially maybe a month you do. After that, just try having a setup. Just learn. If you're learning about IP addressing or something, just configure a static address, just configure a DHCP, just see how the packet goes. And if you're learning about subnetting, just do the real stuff. Why the hell you spend time on any sort of useless theories actually? Hence I am saying just focus on the real stuff. There is no substitute for hard work and some sort of dedication like this. If he is able to do this, I can able to drive him pretty serious, and I can even later ask him to do some more serious sort of experiments. Of course he is little coping up, because everything is sort of new and he is getting that anxiety and all that by seeing the real stuff. But I'm again saying I can able to drive him because he have some devotion every day. In his free time he is doing something and learning, and I'm making sure that although I mentor him I don't over spoon feed, and I want him to self learn, and I act I do the role of a mentor. Initially, of course, we had a long sessions and lengthy sessions, all that. So I've covered various other basics and done some grooming, but I felt that he have to do some hands on to gain that real experience or exposure and hands on. I'm saying even if you don't be my student, one piece of advice is there's no substitute for real hands on when it comes to networking. I mean, it's just not networking. When it comes to any domain, it's the same. You be in accounts, you be in whatever domain, there's no substitute for real hands on. Hence I'm saying anybody who is confused about their career and all, there is no substitute for real hands on. Do the real thing and gain some hands on experience. Let it be a project you are dealing with your office, through that you can gain an experience. If you are working in some odd job, and okay, you go for the job, do your thing, and at home you can do your homework. Okay, who is stopping you? Okay, if you are getting a salary, you can get some Raspberry Pi or an additional low spec laptop, something you can invest money. Okay, there is nothing wrong in that. Okay, then you go and waste your money in some restaurant eating some food, expensive food or something like that. Keep allot some money and buy some hardware. Learn yourself. What is that it is stopping you? I have seen various abroad students. I mean, this is just I have also bunch of images from various abroad students. They even have some rack and bunch of servers and stuff. Hence I am saying focus on real hands on when it comes to gaining any expertise, not just networking, but when it comes to networking, it's more mandatory. Okay, there is no substitute for this. You will learn and you will have that grip. If you speak something in an interview, or let it be in some sort of boardroom session or meeting or a discussion, you will be very clear about how it works. If the other guy is not agreeing, you can tell him to just do his homework and later come back and argue whatever it is. So you will get such grip. So hope this helps, and this should also clarify anybody who have that confusion. Of course there are books, you can study LTD, you can study Linux internals, you can study what is there, you can study that Unix sockets, you can study what else, CCNA books you can study, although you don't appear for the CCNA exam. Okay, all these books I have studied. Okay, you can also do that. Of course for OS alone you have that Silberschatz books and so on. I mean, I'm saying all these books are 90% it's useless. I mean, just 10% I got exactly what I want, and it's very valuable what I got from these books. So these are my favorite books, but 80% I need to deal with unwanted rubbish also. So I'm saying just have that mental maturity. Okay, no book is going to make you an expert, no guru will make you an expert. Okay, it is your own personal dedication and your own hard work is what in the end it needs. Okay, so if you have anything to discuss, be in touch via mail or post your queries in YouTube comments. Thanks a lot for joining me. Stay tuned. Have a nice day. Bye bye.